The minions from Despicable Me sure are a boisterous crew of cylindrical-shaped, dim-witted mini creatures of similar shape and size. They are small and yellow, and each have unique traits in order to tell them apart, including the number of eyes, height, hair, clothing, roundness, and size of their pupils. They are also impulsive creatures with little self-control, but an odd and childlike innocence about them with their corny goggles and blue overalls that makes them so relatable and appealing to viewers. Truth be told, they can be both rather annoying and entertaining all at the same time when performing strange interactions with other objects, animals, and people. And in conjunction with upcoming release of Minions, here are some other little-known facts about the cute and silly little yellow beings. Drop a comment with the Minion facts you already knew. Let's see if they made it into our list. 1. Evil Minions. Just like everyone else, the Minions have a bad side to them too. It is similar to the movie Gremlins. How they turn into something monstrous, you ask? Well, it is a magical serum that makes them evil, and they will eat anything in their way. There's a very interesting story behind the inspiration for the creatures. It was inspired by the Tweety bird who drinks the potion and turns into a beast. The Minions are turned to be indestructible. They are resistant against weapons like flamethrowers, rifles, hatchets, and clandestine police cars, and are also able to endure the explosions even if they swallow a bomb. They gulp down and destroy absolutely everything that comes in their way. They have another great magical power, and that is to heal and repair themselves. That is something that makes them totally indestructible. 2. Minions can survive in outer space. Minions have several extra physiological features, like when with a crack and a shake, they can imitate the features of glow sticks for their ventures in the dark, such as moving through air conditioning channels. They can also sustain without air and endure extreme environmental conditions like freezing to death, as one of them is noticed in outer space without oxygen in Despicable Me. Minions nearly appear to be practically invulnerable in the movies. They get crushed, flinched, abandoned, and they still appear as unhurt. One minion even lasted in the outer space after becoming drenched with an anti-gravity serum that made him glide into space. 3. Too many minions. Can you just imagine a family of 899 people living together? Well, minions can. The total number of minions is 899. How surprising is that? Fortunately, the minions don't often get into a quarrel with each other and instead have fun in each other's company. In the sequel of Despicable Me, called The Despicable Me 2, the theatrical poster portrays 10,400 minions together. The interesting part is that there can only be 48 possible combinations of their height and build. That is to say, short, medium and tall, chubby and thin, hair tall buzzcut, short buzzcut, sprout, combed, spread out, bald, and eyes, 1 or 2. The one-eyed minions are always almost medium to short. However, once a tall, one-eyed minion appeared during the promotions. 4. How are they actually conceived? In the real life, the minions are crafted by the art director of Despicable Me series, Eric Guion. But as shown in the movie, the story behind Minions' creation goes like this. They were conceived by human beings by means of a ray gun that transforms human beings into minions. It was seen at the movie Despicable Me Minion Mayhem at Universal Studios. However, alternatively, a short movie suggested that they were formed of a single-stranded mutated DNA. How the minions conceive themselves is still a mystery. In fact, we do not even know if they have any sexual orientation or not. Number 5. Originally giants. The minions were basically envisioned as humongous orc-like brutes. But as time passed, they got smaller and smaller in an attempt to make their boss Gru look more compassionate in front of the audience. The easy way to do that was to actually have him surrounded by incompetence, Coffin stated about the yellow creatures. Number 6. There's one man behind all the minion voices. Wonder who has voiced these innumerable minions? It is the French animator Pierre Coffin, who is responsible for giving a voice to all the minions. Number 7. All the minions are male. You might have thought the minions to be both males and females due to their dressing style, but the fact is that there are no female minions, and all are in fact males. They are crazy, and so cross-dressing is one of their favorite things to do, just like they love to sing. Number 8. Minion language. If you observe, their vocab and speaking skills are really quite elementary. Wonder what their language is called? Yes, it has a name. Well, it is called Minionese. It was just created for the movie Despicable Me. The language is a combination of different words from various other languages. It includes French, English, such as bapples, which is essentially apples but with a B, Italian, and Spanish words like para tu, which approximately implies for you, and la boda, which indicates marriage, with a dash of Korean, such as hana, dul, set, which suggests one, two, and Russian tossed in. Some of the words they use are actually just the names of different foods, but their favorite banana is still the same. Number 9. Bob's heterochromia. Bob, one of the Minions, has a medical condition called heterochromia iridium that makes his eyes two different colors. Actors such as David Bowie, Kate Bosworth, and Mila Kunis have a similar condition, and so there is no need to worry. He is in a good company.
Bob was eager to go.
Number 10. They only have 3 fingers. Interestingly, they only have 3 fingers. It like what we usually see on aliens. What is surprising is the fact that they still love to build and to help Gru with whatever he plans on building. However, don't ask them to count on their fingers because they would not be able to go beyond 6.
Didn't I get you already?
11. Their love for singing. The Minions, beyond all the abnormal things that they love to sing too. They have sung covers of I Swear, YMCA, and Barbara Ann across the movies. YouTube is exploding with the covers of the songs like All About That Bass, Uptown Funk, and Let It Go, made by the Minion fans. 12. Their trademark humor. Let's not forget that they've got a strange sense of humor, which has now become pretty much their trademark. Their sense of humor is somewhat childish, if not silly, laughing from the sound of bubbles in a water filter, scanning their own butt in a copy machine, and when mentioned words such as bottom or butt. In fact, they find anything having to do with buttocks extremely funny.
Watching football on that, huh?
13. They've turned out to be mascots. Guess who is the official mascot of the Illumination Entertainment? It is the Minions. It is only after the movie Despicable Me became a huge box office hit that the animated film production company has selected the Minions to be their mascot. Not only that, their quotes are a big-time hit and one of the most trending internet memes. Additionally, they have been accredited by companies such as McDonald's, Hasbro, and General Mills. 14. They've got limited hairstyles. Although there are thousands of Minions, there are only 7 notable Minions in the movie and also mentioned by Gru. They are Dave, Stuart, Kevin, Jerry, Tim, Mark, and Phil. In the movie, these 7 had only 5 varieties of hairstyles, that is, tall buzz cut, short buzz cut, sprout, combed, spread out, or bald. Each Minion has a hairstyle out of these 5. Tall Minions almost have the same kind of haircut, and that is the sprout cut. Number 15. Minion hair, body, and eyes facts. There are 5 different Minion hairstyles: bald, buzz cut, sprout, spiky, and combed. There are 3 different shapes: small and plump, medium, tall, and thin. There are 2 different eye types: 1 eye and 2 eyes. But did you know that tall Minions only ever have sprout hair and one-eyed Minions are normally small?
Well done, Gru. Rather impressive.
16. Crooked teeth. If you give it a deep look, you will find that the teeth of the Minions vary in Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2. The Minions' teeth are somewhat crooked in the first part, while in Despicable Me 2, they are aligned. 17. List of their favorite fruits. Climbing down the ladder, banana is the favorite fruit of Minions, followed by apples and papaya. Besides, Minions love banana so much that they speak the word constantly, and not only that, they also pronounce the word correctly. Because of so many features, they even made a song about a banana. They just love to experiment with different things. What else they like is potato, as you might have heard them speaking about it on several occasions. In addition to this, they also like to draw and, awkwardly enough, love spitting, frog legs, bunnies, and building things. 18. Don't leave them unanswered. Call them stubborn, but if you don't reply to something they have asked, they will just stand there looking right through your soul and wait for you to answer the question. So, you better have answers to all their questions. 19. The project started with a different name. Spanish writer and animator Sergio Pablos was the first person who worked on the project. He developed the movie that would become Despicable Me under the name of Evil Me. The project would take twists and turns from there, but in the end, Pablos retained story by credit and was an executive producer. Number 20, a directing duo was put together. To direct Despicable Me, Illumination turned to Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud. Now, these two were not a pre-established director duo. They were put together for this movie. Not only that, this was the feature-length directing debut for both directors. And just when you think you've seen it all, here come the bonus facts that will blow your mind even more. 21. Gru has a fitting first name. Gru is more anti-hero than a villain, but obviously he has a history of nefariousness before he has a change of heart. Gru is his last name. As we find out, when he adopts his girls, his first name is Felonious. This is a play on the name Thelonious, but Felonious is an actual word related to criminality. 22, it was a huge financial success. The Minions' takeover of culture couldn't have happened without success from the get-go. Fortunately for Illumination, their first film hit audiences with gusto. The movie was made for $69 million, grossing $251.5 million domestically and $291.6 internationally. All in all, the film made $543.2 million, making it the 9th highest grossing movie of 2010. 23. The spin-off series. No shade at Gru, but the Minions are what drive the success of the Despicable Me universe. In 2015, we got Minions, a prequel movie about the Minions meeting a younger Gru. The film got mixed critical responses, but it made $1.159 billion at the box office. Minions: The Rise of Gru was released in 2022 after a COVID-19 delay. Once again, it has been a huge hit, racking up hundreds of millions of dollars in ticket sales. Looking back at the Minions' journey, it's amazing how these tiny yellow troublemakers became some of the most beloved characters in animation. Their chaotic energy, pure innocence, and unbreakable loyalty to Gru have turned every moment with them into a mix of laughter and warmth. No matter how many disasters they create, they always find their way back to what matters most: friendship, joy, and sticking together. Their adventures remind us to embrace the silly, stay curious, and enjoy life's unexpected moments. And that's why the Minions' journey continues to leave a bright, unforgettable mark on our hearts. Tell me which fact surprised you the most. Drop it in the comments so we can see what shocked you too.